Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy Wednesday evening to you. I hope you are well. I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. And I hope the weather is as absolutely gorgeous by you as it is here by me. It was perfection tonight. It was absolutely amazing. And I got to actually enjoy it because I'm working remote. I went remote on Tuesday. I'm remote for the next almost 3 weeks. And so I actually got to sit outside for a little while today, which was really nice. Like, I mean, I can go and sit outside at my office, but let's face it, if I were to sit outside at my office, I wouldn't want to come back in. So this time, the puppies all came outside with me, and we sat outside and enjoyed the beautiful weather. So I hope you guys got an opportunity to do the same. But anyway, welcome back. Tonight is our WIP Wednesday, where we are working on some of our works in progress. And I have to be honest and tell you that, as you can see, I have my cross stitching set up here because I really don't have any sewing whips right now that I can just use the machine for. All of my sewing whips require ironing and cutting, and I really just I didn't have that in me tonight. So I've really been enjoying the cross stitching projects I've been working on. I actually am just getting ready to finish up that tree one that I showed you guys. That one will probably be finished up probably in the next week or so. And so I actually just started a new one, a brand new one. I've only got I'm sorry, two other colors on here right now. So I just started that one. I'm not going to really set up the other camera like I normally do for you guys. I was kind of being a little bit lazy. But anyway, so that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. I hope you guys are hanging out with me tonight. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, we've got our fur babies here with us, who they really need a bath and a shot and a haircut. But let's pop into chat first and say hello to everybody there. I know the very first person in chat this evening was Carrie Leonard, so thank you, Carrie, for being the very first person in chat. And Carrie, I have good news for you. I will have your million thimble redemption box in the mail hopefully tomorrow, sometime this week for sure. But I'm actually hoping tomorrow to run it over to the post office. I have all the postage on it and everything else is ready to go, so I just have to get it in the mail. Raven, I'm not sure if you're in chat yet or not, but yours will also be in the mail as well. I have that one all packed up and ready to go. And unfortunately for you, Raven, I did have a purple box ready for you, but the redemption that you chose didn't actually fit in the box. So I had to use a different box. So sorry about that. But that's okay, because now I have the purple boxes, and the next time you have a symbol redemption, I'll try to remember to gift you a purple box. But anyway, Carrie, good evening. Welcome back. Thanks so much for being here. Linda is also here. Good evening, Linda. Sandra K is here as well. Good evening, Sandra. I hope you are well also. Let's see. Teresa Lynch is here. Good evening, Teresa. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Happy Wednesday to you. Mary is here this evening. Good evening, Mary. Welcome back. Let's see. Terry is here. Hi, Terry. It's so great to see you. Thanks so much for being here this evening. Are you still puppy sitting? Are you still doggo sitting? Or is that finished with now? Hi, Sean. Good evening. Sean is in chat this evening. Good evening. It's so great to see you. Welcome back. Happy Wednesday evening to you. I hope you are well also. Linda is here. She says, good evening, everyone. Hope your day was relaxing. I had a long day at work and now I'm going to lurk while I work on some EPP hexies. Well, Linda, I am sorry that you had such a long day. I had a very busy day, but I got to spend it at home. In fact, I made a joke to my teammates when I checked in with them this morning. I told them that there was a rolled over dog in the hallway, and it took me forever to get here this morning. So there's a rolled over dog in the hallway. So, which was totally true because Addison was actually laying in the hallway, so that was kind of funny. Let's see. Terry says lost already. Oh, sorry, Terry. Sometimes Streamlabs is just not nice. Sorry about that. Let's see. Who else is here with us this evening? I'm still scrolling through, guys. Give me just a minute to get through. I like to try and say hello to as many people as I can. Teresa Lynch is here. Terry is here. Looks like Heist is sleeping. Is it sleeping? Maybe somebody already did a heist and maybe it's on a timeout. Teresa says happy Wednesday. Oops, I just scrolled too far. I saw Lorraine. Hi, Lorraine. Good evening. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Shirley is here with us as well. Hi, Shirley. It is so great to see you. Welcome back. Lorraine is here. Sorry, I'm still kind of scrolling through chat. Looks like that is everybody. If I missed you, I am truly sorry. This time I need you to say hello to me one more time. This time, though, I want you to tag me in it. You can do that by using the @ symbol, that's the A with the circle around it, and then type in "So Not an Expert," and what it does is it highlights it on the screen so that hopefully I don't miss it again. I don't know why it wouldn't be working. That's weird. Are any of them working, or is it just the high scheme that's not working? Yeah, it looks like slots is working. Heist is broken. Oh, weird. Okay, well, I don't know why it would be. And I don't know how to fix it. So hopefully Lucas comes on later and he can try and fix it. We'll have to wait and see. But anyway, before we get started on our project for tonight, which again is just a fun cross-stitching project, I've really been getting into it a lot lately, and I've really been enjoying it, especially these stamped cross stitches. This is something new for me. I didn't even know that this was a thing. And the stamped cross stitches are just so relaxing to me because it's kind of like a color by number. So you don't have to watch the pattern. You don't have to do any of the counting. There's no stress of that. Sanders says it took my 2000 at the beginning. Oh boy. But I'm just really enjoying it. So this is my second one. So if you are a beginner and you've never done any type of cross stitching before, I strongly encourage the stamped cross stitching. It's a lot of fun. As long as you keep your X's going the same direction, you don't have to worry about counting. You don't have to worry about making sure you're following pattern correctly. You just sew where the colors are. So it's a lot of fun. But let's just say hello to our four-legged friends. Of course, I've got two of them in here, three of them. I've got actually three of them in here. Wrigley, you can't see her. She's just under the table here in her bed, sleeping. And Benji's the only one not in here, so let's get him in here. Yeah, hi, goes. Yeah, you stood right in front of the camera. Hi, there's Mr. Benjamin. Okay, everybody gets a treat. Say hello to our friends. Say hi, Wrigley. Hi, Ivy. Ivy needs a bath and a haircut. She's desperate for one. Benjamin. And Addison. I know I went out of order. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll do the next one in order correctly. Wrigley. Good girl. Ivy. This time it's Addison. Now Benji. Take it nice. Good boy. All right. That's all. Thank you. Hi, Janet. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the high steam, guys. Sorry. At least the other ones are working. But how is everybody else's day today? As I mentioned, my work day was it was a busy day. It was, I'm trying to figure out if I have a knot back here or not. Yeah, I got a little one. Let me fix that. It was a busy day. It wasn't necessarily anything stressful. It was just busy. Where do you think that might be? Is that this one here? Yeah, that one there. And then I don't know where I went with that one. So where did I go? I had a little bit of a knot in here, so I'm just trying to pull the knot out. Trying to get it all figured out here. Back it out. What am I doing here? Sorry, guys. Give me a second. what was I saying? Oh, so my day was pretty busy. We've got a lot going on. Of course, business is still going, even though we're moving to a different building. Um, there's still some construction things happening right now that are kind of that are causing a little bit of stress for some people. What is happening? What did I do here? Something is jacked up here. Oh, I see what I did. Okay. Now we might be able to pull this through. Um, so that's been causing a little bit of stress for some people. We've got, because there was a division already there. There were people already working in that building, and now we've come in and we're kind of basically taking over. Um, not on purpose, but that's kind of the way it's working out. I'm trying to get this apart. There we go. There we go. Extra piece of fuzz there. Now we're getting somewhere. So it's just a little bit stressful for some people, and so there's a little bit of tensions that are high and things like that. But we're working through it. We're getting there. My team is doing a fantastic job of keeping their cool and making sure things are going through the way they're supposed to, and I'm really grateful for that. They're definitely making me look good for sure. No, they did not do that, Terry. I have actually been working from home or remote in some capacity, on and off for many years. Um, at one point, I actually worked third shift at home because we are the company I work for is an international company. It's a domestic. Well, I mean, it's headquartered in the U.S., but we have offices in all over the world. And at one point in time, we decided to pilot a program where a couple of customer service personnel, which is where I was working at one point in time, I was working in the customer service team, um, would work remote at home overnight to service our international offices. I did that for about a year and a half. I was a 3 month program. You were on for 3 months, off for 3 months. So it was a little, that way you weren't, remote forever, or you weren't, overnight forever. And it worked out fairly well for a little while. Um, but there were some things about it that just didn't really work. So, and geez, the kids were little. I think that was when Mr. Wizard and I first started dating, if I'm being honest. So that was, 15, 20 years ago when I was working overnight. So we've always been able to work at home to some capacity, um, which has been nice. But like COVID is really when people actually started working full time remote. So it has its good and its bad moments. It's good because the day goes by really nicely and you don't have the commute, and you get to be kind of focused a little bit more. Because there's less distractions, or at least for me, there's less distractions. I imagine if you had little kids at home or whatever, then it would probably be more distractions. Um, I know when I was working remote during COVID, I was set up in the kitchen, and that was really hard because all the girls were both home from school. Mr. Wizard was home from work, and I was in the busiest room in the house. So that was really hard to do. Luckily, I was able to kind of move some things around, get a desk, and things like that. So I was able to actually um, change the way I was set up, and that helped considerably. Terry says, "I'd like to work in my PJs." LOL. Yeah, it's kind of nice sometimes. You working in your slippers, yeah, that is nice. I do have still video calls and things, so I should, you know, I still have to turn my camera on and stuff. Um, but it's not bad. I don't mind it. But how was everybody else's day today so far? I hope you were able to get outside and enjoy some of this beautiful weather. My goodness. Of course, the bottom is supposed to drop out here in the Chicagoland area. We're supposed to be getting some nasty storms rolling through. It's supposed to be hot and humid tomorrow, Mr. Wizard said. And then we're supposed to be getting some nasty storms tomorrow, I guess. So that's not going to be really fun. That's all right. We'll manage. We'll figure it out. I feel like I missed some things in chat while I was messing with that knot. Let me just scroll through chat real quick to make sure I didn't miss anything. Terry says it was a lazy day. I did go out for a while, but I am zonked for some reason. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, lazy. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too. Like I have all of these. So I just bought. I think I told you. Where's Raven? I'm not sure. I'm not sure where Raven's at. Think I told you guys. I just bought two full block of the month kits from Missouri Star Quilt Company. They were 50% off. I bought two of them. They're absolutely adorable. They're really cute. I can't wait to actually start on them. But they both require cutting and ironing and all kinds of stuff. So they're going to be long-term projects. And so I'm really excited to start them. But I have so many other projects going on right now that I just don't have the bandwidth to be able to start them yet. So I'm kind of like in this weird limbo period. Like I have all these things going, and I can't really do anything with any of them. I can't really, I have to do a lot of ironing and cutting here soon. And so I'm just kind of, you know, they were not pre-cuts. No, they were not pre-cuts. I don't honestly know the names of them, and I put them in a container already. I'll try and pull them out for you guys on Sunday, so you can see what they are. But they'll probably end up being a series on the channel. But they're not pre-cuts. They were old block of the month programs that they had extras of, and so they offered them at 50% off. So I got them for like one of them I got for like a little less than $100 because it's a smaller one, and then the other one I got for like I want to say like $180 maybe. They couldn't pass that up for 50% off, and they were really pretty. I really liked them. One of them I'm really excited about. One of them is and I've wanted a kit like this. Like I have a couple of different projects that are like this, but one of them is a sewing machine. But it's a pieced sewing machine. And I know a lot of people have made them before, but this one's a little bit different. It's not your typical pieced sewing machine that you guys have probably seen everybody and their brother make. I think Sandra even made one once. On one of her sample quilts, she made one. Which, by the way, Sandra's is gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. But this one's similar, but not the same. And I'm hoping, I don't know, it might turn out to be a little bit bigger than I wanted it to be. But I was kind of hoping that it was going to be big enough to hang on this wall behind me. Because that's kind of why I've left this space here open, is because I want to, sorry, it's really warm in here for some reason. I wanted this space right here to be a quilted sewing machine. That's why I haven't put anything on that wall yet. And I actually have one that's one of those, like, you iron it onto the mesh and then you sew the mesh up together. I don't even remember what it's called. I have one of those. I don't really like it. I bought it on Facebook Marketplace. I didn't pay a lot. I think I paid $10 for it. But I didn't like it. It wasn't quite what I wanted. Like, this room is bright colors. It's bright colors. It's bright. It's cheerful. It's exciting. The one that I got, it's more pale pastel colors. It's not really bright, cheerful colors, and so it wasn't for me. So the one I found from Missouri Star Quilt Company is bright colors. It's really nice and bright colors. So I'm hoping that that one will look a little bit nicer. Um, but it's one of those things where I'm gonna have to, do it. So I'm sure that'll end up being a series on the channel at some point. I may try to do some of it like off camera just when I'm in here. But to be perfectly honest, I don't do a whole lot in here on my own anymore. The majority of what I do is in front of the camera. But I do still have. Sandra says I spent my day sewing this afternoon. There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I do still have the 50 States blocks from the Floral States of America blocks from Cotton Cuts. I still have all of those. That was going to be a pre-recorded series on the channel, and I just kind of like lost my mojo with that. So I may end up bringing that on, and we'll just do like a couple of blocks at a time. I may end up doing that one. We'll see. I have so many I have so many projects in like ready to go, curated and ready to go. I have so many of them. And I think I'm on a little bit of an overload. I think that's kind of where I'm at right now, is I think I just have too many of them. And that's kind of part of the problem that I'm having right now, is figuring out what to do, is that I just have too many projects going right now. The good news is that we are going to start to be finishing up some things here. I am dropping off our puppy quilt at the long arm on Friday. Terry, yes, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's what it's called, the Peacemaker block. Yeah, I think that's what it was. And then there was a one that was purple and green. I bought that one too. I don't remember the name of that one either. But yeah, I think you're right. I think it was the Peacemaker. I think that's what it was called. But I'm dropping off our puppy's quilt at the long arm on Friday. It'll probably take her 4 to 6 weeks to finish that, so it'll be a while. I still have to do the binding on our Norfolk quilt. I still have that one sitting up there. Of course, now it's buried in a bunch of stuff. I'm actually using it as a padding for my screen that I have for my work. I actually brought it home. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, $139. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, it is really cute, and it's bright colored. So yeah, I'm looking forward to putting that one together. It's really cute though too, because like each of the pieces, each of the because you get the whole thing, right? So the first one comes in this cute little box, a little curated box, and then each clue after that comes in a little plastic container, like a little plastic bag almost, like a zip up bag. It's really neat. Of course, I got all of them at the same time because I bought the whole kit at once. But yeah, so I'm excited for that. So that'll be something we do here on the channel someday. Okay, so I think I'm done with this. Let's see if I've got any more extras that are close. Not seeing any. I've got some there. Come back up this way. Oops. Yeah, it is cute. It's really cute. I really liked it. Like I said, there was another one that was like purple and green. I don't know if it's still down there or not. I don't remember what the name of that one was. That one might have been a little bit more expensive. That one might have been like 200 maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. It's kind of an impulse buy. Most of my purchases are impulse buys, if I'm honest. I have not. How is Mr. Benjamin doing? Mr. Benjamin is doing well. He uh he has discovered bunny rabbits. Yeah, yeah. He has discovered bunny rabbits, baby bunnies to be more specific. And he has discovered them in our backyard. Unfortunately, one baby bunny did not make it. We are desperately trying to save the other bunnies. There we go. We are desperately trying to save the other bunnies. They're pretty big now. Um, Mr. Wizard has them all blocked off, so hopefully they will survive. But yeah, so Mr. Benjamin has to be let out on a leash right now because he beelines it for the baby bunnies. Which, I mean, in all fairness, I mean, he's a terrier. They were bred, they were Irish dogs. They were bred to catch bunnies, Rainbow if jewels. I don't think so. I don't, you know what? You're gonna make me get it out of the container, aren't you? Hold on, let me see if I can get this knot out. I shouldn't have told you, because now you're gonna make me go get it out of the container. Hold on. What was I saying? So he did catch one. Well, we don't know if it was him or Addison. One of the two of them caught it. Unfortunately, that one didn't make it. One of them, another one he caught, but that one was able to get away. We yelled at him to drop it, and so that one got away. And I have not seen them in the last day or two. Jade Garden? It could be. You guys are gonna kill me now. Hold on. Hang on. I'm trying to get this knot out. You stupid knot. I can't see it. Even with the magnifying glass, it's really tiny. Just really hoping that. Oh, there we go. I got it. Haha. Yeah, I got it. Okay, cool. Okay, give me a second. Let me finish this. Let me end this thread, and I will go grab it out of the container because now you guys need to know about it. I should stay quiet. It's my fault. No, I'm just kidding. It's totally fine. I don't mind sharing it with you guys. Let me just end this thread. Give me a second, and then I will go grab it. Hi, baby. Okay. Pull the thread up through this. There we go. All right. No, it's okay. It's not that far, and it's gonna make me crazy because I have to know what it is. Look at that, perfect timing. I didn't take my medicine anyway. Don't let me forget to take my meds. Let me go grab it. Oh, hold on. Hi, babies. I know all of you are laying over here. Can I squeeze in here? Can I squeeze in here for just a second? Just for a minute. Oh, Tina, I told you to take them out of the boxes. I told Taylor to take these out of the boxes. No wonder they don't fit. Yes, Jade Garden. You are correct. It is Jade Garden. Let me show you. That one. That is one of the ones I picked up. I told her to take these out of the boxes. Explains why they didn't fit. Let me grab the other one. This is here. The other one is, yes, the Peacemaker. You guys can kind of see that's what that one's called. So yes, so both of these will be on the channel. It's gonna bother me now. Hang on. I told her to take them out of the boxes and put them in the bin. She did not hear the part about take it out of the boxes. I will do that. Sorry, give me a second. Hang on. There. Now they both fit in the bin. With plenty of room. Thank you to whoever subscribed. I don't know who you are, but thank you. Hold on, I'm coming. Okay. Sorry. Let's see. Who subscribed? Stitch me up with Lainey Grace. Lainey Grace, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. I'm out of breath now. Sandra Cedar. Hi, welcome to the channel. I can't say that I've ever seen your name before. Do I have any dates for those? Oh, no. No, because yes, she subscribed. I see that. Yes, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate that. Sandra Cedar, do I have a date in mind for those? Probably, no, I don't. See, here's the thing. We work on all of our projects exclusively on the channel, and we don't rush through them. We take our time. Sometimes I think they're not going to take as long as they will, but they end up taking longer. So, we're going to start on them as soon as we finish the next project, whatever that next project is. Hang on. I believe the next project we finish is going to be Timberland Trails. So I'm going to say 2 more months maybe, and we're going to start on one of those too. And we're definitely going to do the Peacemaker one first, for sure. But I also have another block of the month because I'm a little obsessed with block of the month programs right now. Like my poor budget. We have another one coming that's going to start in September. November. So I'm going to have to get that one into the rotation as well. So I'm hoping by then, Twisted Dream will be close to done. Or not Twisted Dream. I'm sorry. Well, Spools of the Year will be done in July. So that one will be done in July. So we'll have room for another schools, another during the week project. And then, sorry, I'm looking at my calendars right here. Um, Timberland Trails is probably gonna be done in August or September. So somewhere like end of the summer, probably. But don't hold me to that. But yeah, we will be doing those at some point. I just don't know exactly when. Definitely gonna be working on the Peacemakers one first because I actually want to finish that one and hang that one right here. That's been that's been my whole plan all along. So, but welcome. Yeah, budget? What's that? Yeah, that's kind of what mine's been telling me this whole year. Yeah, like I've went completely crazy. Hi, Judy. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Happy Wednesday to you. Yeah, no budget. Yeah, that's Mr. Wizard doesn't ask anymore. It's probably safer that way. It's probably safer that way. But yeah, yeah, it's probably safer that way for sure. Um, okay, come on. There we go. There we go. Um, but I do have another Block of the Month program that we signed up for from Stitching Haven. Yes, Stitching Haven. That one's a pre-cut, so that one will go together much faster. That one, I don't remember the name of that one. I posted it on our Facebook page. You'll have to forgive me, I don't remember the name of that one. But that one I think starts in September or November. And then I do have a kit coming, a Cinderella kit coming, I want to say this month, June. So we'll be putting that one together at some point. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. For those of you who are new to the channel, then you probably don't know about our format. Basically, we work on a different project every week, but they go into a rotation. So basically, every week is a different project, but then you'll see it again next month, and so that's why it takes us so long to get projects done. But this way, it keeps me entertained because I get bored very easily. Um, Which is kind of why I'm a little bit surprised that I'm still on this cross stitching kick because I figured I would have been bored with it by now. Um, 'Cause that's usually how it goes with me. A couple months I'm onto something and then I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm on to the next thing. Um, so we'll see. But so yeah, so those are coming down the pipeline. You guys heard it here first. I also have a couple of other Missouri Star Quilt Company patterns that I bought last summer when we were actually in Quilt Town. I still have a couple patterns and fabric kits that I curated myself lined up for the next round of things. I just don't know when those will be coming in. Oh, look what I won! There you go. That's a good way to look at it. Yeah, yeah. Mr. Wizard doesn't ask anymore. No, he doesn't ask anymore. It's just better that way. Of course, I don't ask him either. He's getting new kits and stuff all the time too. So I don't ask. We have a don't ask, don't tell policy in our home. As long as we can pay the bills and put the food on the table, if we can't go on vacation this year, that's fine. It's fine. We don't really go out on vacation, go away for vacations anyway. We just kind of take days off randomly anyway. So, um, but yeah, so those are a couple of things. Of course, we're still working on Blackberry Bramble for our members. On our members only series, we're working on that. That is another Block of the Month program that we signed up for way back when. We are also doing not Timberland Trails. Twisted Dream. That one, it's a challenge. Like the pattern is not easy to understand. You really got to read it like 5 times before it really sinks in. Um, Pretty pattern though. It is very pretty. That one takes a hot minute to figure out. And then, of course, we still have our Schools of the Year project. We've got 2 more months of that to go. We've got June, which I have sitting over there. I have to iron and cut that one up here soon. And then we'll have July. I already have the July one. Does Mr. Wizard quilt also? No, 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 no. He does not quilt. He does model cars. He makes, well, not just model cars. He builds models. So model cars, planes, tanks, people. So he has his own studio. In fact, Mr. Wizard, are you in the living room? Can you bring me your fire truck? Can I show it off? He just finished building a fire truck, and I forgot to show it to you guys last week. Because I tried to show it off because he's just so talented. Right now he is working on Lucas's Million Thimble Redemption. He redeemed his thimbles in for a new car. 1/25th scale, which is what Mr. Wizard does. So he is actually working on Lucas's right now, but he just finished the. Oh, you brought them both in. Which one did you almost drop? Oh, the tires move on this one. I'm gonna break that. Thank you. So tell me about this one again.
It is the 71 Ford F-250 4x4.
71 Ford F-250 4x4. I'm trying not to tip it and break it. Does this thing come off? Okay, good. Every time I flip one of these over, I end up dropping something. So this is what he does. There's decals on the back windows. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but and then there's the engine on the inside. My entire house is filled with toy cars. I hold that one. And then this one is really cool. This is Japanese, right?
Yes.
This is a Japanese fire truck. It is the cutest little thing. It's even got like the little engine. Doesn't this thing slide out somehow?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna break it. How does it slide out? Is there like a trick to it? I don't want to break it. If you break it, you can put it back together.
Right.
This is my husband, Mr. Wizard, by the way, for those of you who have not met him. It felt stuck, so I didn't want to pull too hard. Oh, it's just
no,
rubbing.
Yeah, there's no grease or anything.
Oh, gotcha. So the little pump thing actually slides out, and there's like little hose here. I don't know if you guys can see any of that on the camera. Yeah. That's what he does. But so these all come as kits in a box, and they're all white usually, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're all white. And then he has to sand them down. Sometimes they have some markings on them. Sand them down, prime them, paint them, assemble them, and then sometimes clear coat them. And then he's, for those of you who've watched the channel for a while, you know that he has actually entered some of these into contests, and he's won some contests. So yeah. Somebody asked if you quilted, and I'm like, no, he doesn't quilt. No, but he knows how. Got it. Thank you for bringing this in.
You're welcome.
So there you go. Those are his latest and greatest. Oh yeah. They're plastic, Judy. They're all plastic. They're all glued together with usually super glue, so the super glue kind of melts the plastic. Do you Terry, Mr. Wizard, Terry wants to know if you have a Jaguar. No, he does not have a Jaguar. No. There is an XKE kit out there, but he doesn't have it. Yeah, so my house is filled with quilts and toy cars. And airplanes, because he does airplanes too. He's won a couple of awards from his airplanes too. Um, he's done some tanks before, some army tanks. He's got little figurines. Oh my, what was that? So yeah, so he that's what he does. Yeah. XKE, yeah. So there is a kit out there, Terry, but he does not have it. But if you were to redeem in your symbols, we could probably look into that for you. If you were to get to the million symbols, we could look into that for you. But one of the symbol redemption offerings is for a million symbols. You can actually redeem them in for one of Mr. Wizard's model cars. Terry, we can definitely make that happen. We can definitely make that happen. Mr. Wizard does not have a problem with that. Lucas bought the kit that Mr. Wizard's putting together, and so Mr. Wizard uses all of his supplies. You just pay for the kit, or you can take one of the ones he's already built. That's up to you. He would give you some options because he's not, there's some of them out there that he's not giving away, but he would probably give you some options. So that's something that if you guys are interested in to redeem your million symbols in for when you get there. So that's the 1/25th scale cars. Yeah, they're fun hobbies. Mr. Wizard did that when he was a kid. He built model cars when he was a kid, and then so funny story, and I think a lot of you already know this because Mr. Wizard has told the story before. He's actually been on the channel before. Um, one of his real cars, like one of his everyday drivers, turned out that actually was turned into a car kit. They came and they took pictures of it, and they built the kit for his car, and he actually has them. He has two or three of them now. One of them is actually built. Um, but so he used to build models when he was younger, when he was a kid, and then of course you grow up and girls and real cars become more important. And then Mr. Wizard was actually a mechanic for 35 years. He was a Honda mechanic, and so cars have kind of always been his thing. And then he had the one car that he owned that turned into what
Oh, someone wanted to know.
if you had a Jaguar kit?
No, not a Jaguar, but what it looks like before.
Oh, somebody asked what it looks like before. Oh, what it looks. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, so I understand now.
Yeah.
So he just brought me a box. So this is what a car kit looks like. Okay, it comes in this box, and then it comes on all of these sprues. There's all the pieces of the spruce. So this is all the chrome pieces, right? So he usually strips the chrome off and does it himself. But here's an actual car body. So this is what it actually looks like when it comes in the kit. It's just white. Just white styrene, right? Plastic styrene. And it's all the pieces. Like here's the clear pieces. Here's the tires. And then here's all of the styrene pieces. Just all white styrene pieces. And so he takes them off the sprue. And then, sometimes they have to be sanded down because they have some mold lines on them. It just depends on the kit. So he'll sand them down if he needs to. And then sometimes he has to strip the paint off of them. Like this, he'll probably end up stripping this because he doesn't like how shiny it is because it looks fake and plastic. So he'll strip this off and actually repaint it, the chrome, so that it doesn't look quite so shiny. Sometimes he'll do that. Sometimes he will, but he has a whole paint booth. Like a whole paint booth set up. I probably screwed that up, but thank you for bringing that in. So he has a whole paint booth set up out in the garage. He's got the whole thing. The whole thing is all set up, and yeah, he stays busy. So what was I saying? So one of his cars became a kit. So he had a Honda Civic, some kind of Civic, and they used his car as the model to make the Honda Civic car kit. And they even took his license plates that he had because he had vanity plates on his car at the time, and he even took those plates. They even took those plates because they were really cool plates, and they put those in the kit, which is kind of cool. So he has a couple of those. He actually built one. He actually has one of the cars built, and a couple of the kits are just kind of packed away, unbuilt, probably for his kids when they get older. And he still has the plates too. The plates are hanging up in the garage, which is kind of neat. So during COVID, he started to make me absolutely insane because he wasn't working because everybody was shut down and everything else, and so he was, we weren't really able to go anywhere. We weren't really able to do much, so he was basically just sitting in a home on the couch watching TV like all the time, and it was making me batty. Like I had quilting, I had things to do, but it was making me batty. And I finally looked at him one day and I said, "You are too smart and too intelligent to just be sitting here doing nothing. Like you need to be using your brain for something. You need to find a hobby, or things are going to get really crazy around here." And so he pulled out one of his old kits that he had laying around and he put that together. And then he bought another kit and he put that one together. And then he slowly built up what was supposed to be a COVID hobby turned into a full blown hobby. Um, like, he's got shows he goes to and he uh, enters his stuff into contests and all kinds of things. So yeah, it's pretty neat. Like I said, my house is filled with toy cars, and he rotates them out. Because like you can't have a convertible in the winter time. You gotta have the trucks in the winter. It's the whole thing. So, but it's okay. It keeps him happy, keeps him busy. Hi, Raven. Good evening. Welcome back. There you are. We were wondering where you were. I wanted to let you know that your million symbol redemption box will be mailed out to you hopefully this week. I have got it all curated. I've got it all labeled up and ready to go. I just need to actually drop it in the mail. I just need to get it over to the post office. I don't know about that, Raven. See, the problem is like the quilts for me, like a quilt kit, it will take me months to finish. It will take me months to finish. Yes, it's a couple $100, but it will take me months to finish. Well, in that amount of time, he could have made 100 of those kits because those kits only take him. If he really works on it, it'll only take him a couple weeks, like a week, maybe at the most, to do them. Like I've seen him do them in a weekend, when he really needs to. Um, so I mean, and you're talking, depending on the kit, they can range in price from $10 or $15 all the way up to $70, $80, depending on the car and that kind of stuff. So I don't necessarily know that it's, and he goes through his supplies a lot faster. So like he's got bottles, his paint bottles. They're like they're like they're like this. They're teeny tiny little paint bottles. They're so cute too. They look like little paint cans. But they're little teeny tiny and they're really expensive. That's true, Raven. I do have like six kids. But they're really teeny tiny. So he goes through them a lot. So it's probably cheaper. I'm sure in the long run at some point. Yeah, probably. Katie wants to know how many quilters started during COVID because of boredom. Yeah, quite a few. Yeah, quite a few. Hi, Terry. Good evening. He's trying to be on his side with $300 kits. Yeah, I mean, it is true. It is true. We honestly, on a monthly basis, we probably spend close to the same amount of money monthly. If you were to look at like what I spend on like a by month subscription versus the supplies and stuff that he buys, we probably spend about the same amount of money. You don't include the long run. Probably about the same. Hi, Patricia. Welcome back. I was quilting well before COVID. COVID is when I started the channel, though. Kind of when I got the. Well, no, it wasn't when I started the channel. It was after COVID when I started my channel. But it's when I kind of learned about all the different YouTube channels and stuff, and started really learning about what I could do with it. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time seeing today. This is a 14 count Ada. It seems like it's a little bit littler than what I'm normally used to, I think. Who's in here? Who's in here? I think Wrigley might be in here with me. Oh no, there's the baby. Hi, baby. It's just a baby. Raven says I started in 2023. Today is the day my nephew committed suicide at 18, 3 years ago today. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Raven. Not really a day that you want to be celebrating, I'm sure. I am very sorry to hear that. No. Patricia says, hi, Ivy. See, Ivy, if we get enough of our members to use the Chex Mix emote that they have, maybe, just maybe, Mommy will give you another treat. But they have to tell me that you want it by using that new emote. You're a member of the channel, then I just gave you guys new emotes a couple weeks ago. One of them is actually of Ivy. She's a mama's girl. You know, she loves her mama. She loves her mama because mama has snacks. That's why she loves mama. If Taylor was the one with the snacks, she'd love Taylor. If Daddy was the one with the snacks, she'd love Daddy. Oh, I'm sorry, Raven. I'm really sorry to hear that. Hopefully, she just needs a little bit of time and, you know, I can't imagine. I can't imagine. That's right. Ivy wants the Chex Mix. She wants the Chex. If you're a member of the channel, then you have a Chex emote. All right. Okay, let me give her a snack. That's right. Ivy wants the Chex Mix. She does. Can you chew quietly? Don't give it away. Oh, it was Addison that was over in the corner. Hi, Addykins. Oh boy, here they all come. See, I told you you couldn't chew quietly. Benji gets one. Oh, are you okay, Benj? You okay, Benj? Highway goes. All right, everybody gets one more. Let's go in order this time. Wrigley, Ivy, Addikins. Can we fix your ear, please? Please fix your ear. There you go. One more for Mr. Benjamin. Take it nice. Good boy. Okay, that's all. There you go. There you go, Fern. There's the emos. Check fix. Oh, I am truly sorry to hear that, Raven. That's really unfortunate. I have also lost family members due to suicide, and it's not easy. Most definitely not easy. All right, so what color should we do next? Looks like we got a lot of blues up in this top section here that we're working in, so let's go ahead and grab a different color. Let's see. Yellow is number 23, which is on the other card. Green is number 22, which is also on the other card. Pink is number 20, which is on the other card. Circle is definitely on the other card. That was number 12. Let's try the yellow. Look at all of these bright colors we're going to be working with on this particular project. Look at all of these pretty colors. I am so excited for this one. It is neon for sure. It is neon colors with a black background. So all of the dead space in the background is all black. So I have like a ton of black thread. And then here's some of the other colors. Look at all these pretty colors we're going to be working with. I'm so excited for this one. Okay, so yellow is number 23. What's this one here? Oh, got all tangled on me. So yeah, so tonight I just kind of wanted to be a little boring. I wouldn't say boring because I mean hanging out with you guys is never boring, and doing cross stitch is never boring. I just kind of wanted to be, let's say low key. Not boring. Let's say low key. Wanted to do something kind of low key. And I'm starting to think that this magnifying glass is not as strong as the one I have in my living room. I think the one I have in my living room is a 15 times, and this one's only a 10. I think that is what I think. His baby mama caught him cheating and broke up with him. He chose the ultimate. I can't do this. Well, I'm really sorry about that, and I'm sorry that he didn't think that he had any other choice. I think that's why it's so important that, we have that we continue to tell people about the places to go and to get help and the places to reach out to and things like that. So and I feel for your sister, I truly do. I can't imagine what it would be like to lose a child. Like no parent should ever have to bury a child. That's just to me that's just like number one rule in life. SK, damn it, welcome back. I love your name. It gives me a reason to swear. I love it. Thank you for that. Welcome back. It is so great to see you. Happy Wednesday evening to you. I hope you're well. Oh. Right? I love it. Gives me an excuse to swear. And YouTube can't get upset with me because I'm just, saying your name. Mm, that's rough, Raven. That's really rough. I'm sorry to hear that. All right. What did I say this color was? This was number 22. No, this is number 23. 23 is the yellow. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought it was this yellow. You guys are looking for a cute series to watch on Amazon Prime, Off Campus. Really cute series. I'm really enjoying it. This is like the second time I'm watching it because it's just such a cute series. Um, your typical rom-com type of thing, your teenage angst kind of show, but really cute. Um, I also watched Love Me, which was another good one. I think I told you guys I went and saw The Devil Wears Prada, the second one. It was okay. The second one was okay. It was your typical sequel, not as good as the first, but they tried their best. The new machine down in the cabinet. Yes, the new machine is down in the cabinet, and yes, she fits barely. I do have to bring it down further than the other one because of the thread holder, the thread piece that comes up. I do have to actually bring it down in the cabinet further than the other one. So the first couple of times I did it, the lift is like, oh my god, I haven't been down this low in a long time. But yeah, it's in there. She's tucked away all nice and safe. She fits just fine. I haven't closed it, but there should be no issue. I mean, it pulls down. So yeah, she's tucked away. I actually put her away when I had to set up. Oh, I'm just losing my mind. When I had to set up the office in here to work. Um, so that's when I tucked her away. Oh, Terry, you know what? I really liked that series when it first came out. But because it was about the experiment. It really truly was about the social experiment. Now, of course, I think it's just about ratings and drama. But it was truly about. I really liked the very first couple of seasons. I enjoyed that. After that, I kind of stopped watching. Same thing with really all of those, like Sister Wives. That one was really interesting to me the first couple of seasons because I was like, how do they manage? How do they function? How do they manage their home? How do they raise their kids and things like that? I'm not judging them. That's how they choose to live their life, and you know what? That's on them. I was just more interested in like the dynamics of it. But even that got to be way too much drama. I was never into like the 90 Day Fiance or any of those. Those weren't really my thing. Or Love is Blind. That's the other one. I'm not really into those either. Reality television has never really been my thing. There's been a couple of them that have caught my interest from an education or curiosity standpoint, but then as soon as they start getting dramatic and I lose interest. Yeah, exactly. It's not a judgment. It's a you did what? Huh? Yeah, exactly. Again not a judgment. I mean, anyone that's living that lifestyle, if it works for you, it works for you. Um, it was just more about like the dynamic of it. Like, how does it work? You know, how does their financials work? Like, how, yeah. Guys, Craft 2, good evening. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight. Raven says, I really. Road rules? Is that what you said? You really like road rules? John? Okay, John. Yeah. Yeah, the first couple of seasons of Married at First Sight, to me, they were really interesting. Like, arranged marriage, social dynamics, like how would that work? Like how would that to me was the fascinating part about it. That's where the psychological part of it was interesting to me, not the dramatic part of it. But then like everything else, it got to be all about the drama and television ratings and everything else, and so that's when I kind of lost interest. But um, it's still like an interesting concept. Like I don't know if I could do that. Like maybe when I was younger I could have, not now, but maybe when I was younger. But you'd have to have a lot of trust in the people that are picking, your matches. And I think that they did a better job, or, well, I guess it's been a long time since I've watched, so I don't know for sure, but I feel like they did a better job of picking the matches earlier on in the seasons than they have in later ones. I think now they base the matches more on, who's going to be the most drama. See, I can't get into The Bachelor. The Bachelor, Bachelorette, Survivor. I can't get into any of those. The Big Brother. I can't get into any of those. That reminds me of the one on MTV. What was that one? It's one of the first like ever reality shows. I don't remember what the name of it was now, but it reminds me of that. And it was I know that everybody else watches it for the drama and the train wreck, and that's kind of the problem. Like I don't watch it for that. I watch it because I'm interested in the social experiment of it. The like I said, the psychology part of it. That's what I'm interested in. And yeah, one of those couples is still married though, isn't it? Doug and Julie or something. One of the first couples. Aren't they still married? She was a hot mess. Real World. Yes, thank you, Raven. Yeah, that and Jersey Shore. Those were the two that I remember when I was younger, and I didn't really like it, either one of those, to be honest. Competitions, American Ninja Warrior. One of my, see if you can follow this. My ex-husband's cousin's son does American Ninja Warriors. He's obviously a little, he's a child. He's not, of age yet, but he does the children's one. Um, yeah, he does the children's one. Sandra, yes, of course, I do. We always are live on Sunday mornings, 10:30 a.m. Central Time. That is our regular schedule. And then after that, I always do one live stream during the week. And it's a different day of the week every week. So then that way, for anyone who maybe is busy on one day or a different day, everybody gets an opportunity to catch a live stream, hopefully. Now, of course, the time frame is always the same because that's the only time frame that I'm available. It's always in the evenings right now. But it's a different day during the week. So I don't do like every Tuesday or every Wednesday or every Thursday. I do every Sunday morning. But what is his name? I don't know. I honestly I don't know. I don't think he's on any of the television shows. I think he's just like a training in it. So next week we will be back on Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. And then the week after that we'll be back on Thursday, which is the 18th. So kind of like I do one different day of the week so that everybody gets it. So I am here during the week. It's just different days of the week. Because my whole point of my channel is to try and, meet new friends. And the only way to do that is to be able to spend time with you guys. And the only way to do that is to try and be available to you guys. So, different day of the week. Typically, we're working on a specific project, except for when I do my WIP Wednesdays. I do WIP Wednesdays the first Wednesday of every month. And that's usually when we're working on something else. Either the leftovers of a project we didn't finish up, or another, WIP or UFO that I've got in my stash that I'm working on, or sometimes it's just cross stitching because that's what I feel like doing on Wednesday. Road Rules came out right after Real World, but they traveled the country in a Winnebago. Oh, fun! There used to be one. There was one that I actually did enjoy, but it was on the Food Network. It was like Food Truck Wars or something. That one I liked. I liked that one. That to me was educational. Laguna Beach. Yeah, that one was interesting. But that one was more of a competition. That one wasn't necessarily a reality television show. I used to like to watch. Of course, we don't have cable anymore, so we don't really watch any of the cable shows. But I used to like um, MasterChef. That one was good. I actually had a coworker that tried out for MasterChef, and he made it almost all the way to Hollywood. He actually backed out himself. He decided that it really wasn't for him. That he had actually been offered a spot to go to Hollywood, and he is the one that decided it wasn't for him because he was more interested in the cooking part of it. He wasn't necessarily interested in the dramatic part of it. And that's kind of what they were looking for, is they were looking for the flamboyant, entertaining part of it, and he just wanted to cook. He wanted to learn from the chefs, and he wanted to cook and be competitive. Um, so, but yeah, he had applied, and he made it quite far. Vern says, Danny, I need to catch up with you on the memory bear. I still need to cut the shirt down. That's okay. There's no hurry. The replays are there. Nothing wrong with that. Lauren Conrad has a Kohl's line. I'm not sure what Whitney is doing. Grandma Terry got in trouble. What? What did I miss? Oh, I used to watch it with my granddaughter until she tried some stunts at home and her mom cut us off. That's funny. That's really funny. I knew I missed something. I was like, what? Yeah, I don't know what his name is. Hey Tay, what is your cousin's name that does the Ninja Warrior stuff? Anthony. Is that, yeah, his name is Anthony. But he doesn't do anything on the television, so I don't think that you guys would have seen him do any of that stuff. I think he does the training, like, I mean, I don't know if that he does the competitions, but I don't know that he does any of the training, like on the television. I don't know. I don't know enough about it. I just know I've seen them post pictures of it. I'm still friends with some of my ex husband's family, and so I still see it every once in a while. My granddaughter graduated early end of month. We are giving her a big party. Well, they are giving her a big party. That's all right. Congratulations to her for graduating. I just had a whole bunch of the memories show up on Facebook about the girls graduating. Lots of graduations happening right now. No, no, he's not in the show. No, no, he's not in the show. No. I mean, maybe that's like part of the competition. I don't know, but no, he's not in the show. What was it? E3. You know, sometimes I get really lucky with this thread conditioner and it works really well and I don't have any tangles at all. And then other times it's like I didn't even use it at all because I just end up with constant tangles. So I have decided, and I think I told you guys this, maybe I didn't. I have tried all of them. I have tried the wax one or the beeswax one. I have tried the silicone one, which is this Thread Magic. I've even tried the soap one. Still can't quite figure out how to get the soap one to work. I'm still trying though. Um, so far, I like the Thread Magic one the best. Um, I've used the beeswax one, and I can't seem to get it. I don't know if I'm doing it wrong, or maybe I just have a bad batch of bees. I don't know, but I just can't seem to get it to not tangle. Of course, now I say that, and I just used the thread magic today, and damn thing's tangling like crazy. So it is what it is. But a year early, wow, that is so awesome. That is really cool. Did you end up going with? I have the thread magic. It's the silicone based thread magic. Oh, sorry. I also have a wax one that I've used, a couple of different wax ones, and then I also have the soap. Somebody told me a bar of soap. And I've used them all, and so far the one that I seem to like the most is the Thread Magic. Of course, that one is the most expensive. It's not super expensive, but it is the most expensive one of all the options. Um, that's the one I seem to like the most so far. I keep going back to the beeswax one, like hoping that I will like it, and I just oh You asked before I said it. Oh, sorry. So there's one of the cool things about working from home this week, this next couple of weeks, is I get to do cross stitching on my lunch break. Because I just pulled the magnifying glass out. So that's kind of fun. And I'm actually looking into trying to find a tabletop one that I can have that'll like fold up and then I can just stick in my drawer at work so that I can do cross stitching on my lunch hour. Um, so I find it relaxing as long as the thread doesn't knot on you, you know. Um, and I have lots of cross stitching projects to go through. My goodness, I've bought one too many. I think I did tell you guys I just bought a bunch of them for giveaways. I give 45 minutes to an hour. Um, Technically, it's a 45-minute lunch and two 10-minute breaks, but if you can forego your two 10-minute breaks and take an hour lunch if you want to. My company's pretty lax about that stuff. Like, as if you come back, if you got to take an extra 10 minutes because you're, getting your oil changed or whatever, that they don't care. They don't make you clock in or out or anything. And as long as you're not abusing it, they don't really they don't really care too much. If you're the kind of person that comes in and you do a good job and you work hard, then they're pretty lenient with you about most things. But if you're the kind of person that tries to push the envelope and tries to get as much free stuff as you can, well then they're going to be a little bit harder on you. So now I will have been at my company for 27 years this year. So I think I've earned my 60-minute lunch. And most of 90% of the time, I take my lunch break at my desk, and I'm usually kind of eating and working at the same time. So I really don't like go out for lunch or even go away from my desk most of the time. Um, so it actually throws people off when I do actually have to leave. Like run to the post office or to drop something off for you guys or something like that, or go run a quick errand or whatever. It actually throws people off. They're like, "Where'd she go?" and my coworker, she's like, she's on her lunch break. Like, but she never leaves for lunch. So it does actually throw people off when I leave for lunch. Yep, 27 years. Yeah, I started when I was 17. I started in high school as a part-time work program through my high school, and they hired me part-time for 2 years, junior year and senior year. And then when I graduated from high school, I told them that, when I graduated, they didn't have this whole, get, medical insurance until you're 26 kind of thing. It was, 18 and you're done. Yeah, sorry. What do you mean Danny went to lunch? Exactly. What do you mean she laughed? Yeah, yeah, exactly. They just completely throws them off. But yeah, so when I turned 18, I told them that I really needed to get a full-time position. I really wanted to stay, but I needed a full-time position because I was going to be going to school um, in the evenings, and I needed the medical insurance and things like that. And so they created a position for me in order to keep me, which I thought was really, really nice of them. And I've basically been there ever since. I did leave the company for about 6 months because I thought, greener pastures and all that other jazz. But I learned my lesson quick. And I'm grateful that they let me come back, and yeah, I've been there ever since. I have met a lot of friends and lost a lot of friends. Seen a lot of people retire. I've changed positions. Probably 5 or 6 times. I want to say. I don't know for sure. I've never actually counted, I guess. Um, Basically in the customer service or customer relations section for many years. Um, Internal order processing kind of thing. But yeah, you're leaving the building? Yeah. I used to tell them that I said just had a cot in the back. I don't leave. I just have a cot in the back and I just change clothes. Yeah, I mean the company is not. It's an old company. The company's been in business for over 90 years. It's a worldwide organization. It started out as just a guy in his garage who was working for a competitor, and he didn't like that the competitor kept laying people off. So he wanted to give people a more stable environment to work in, and so that's why he started the company himself. And it's family owned and operated. It's privately held. I enjoy it. Special ed, not an easy job, but I love the kids and I did not like the staff as time went on. Yeah. Yeah, 90 years. Yeah, well, not over 90 years. Yeah. Well, let me see. Or it will be 90 years. Let me do the math. Hold on. Okay, they'll be celebrating their 90th year next year. They're at 89 years. Um, it is owned right now. It is owned by the son of the original owner, but he is also in his 90s. So he is slowly transitioning um, his role to his son, um, who will be eventually taking over completely at some point. But they pride themselves on the fact that they've never had a layoff in the 90 years they've been in business. Not a single layoff. They're a worldwide organization. They have representation in every major country, in every state of the U.S. And they are the world's leader in their industry. And it's a good company to work for. I like it. It's not always, if you're looking to be rich, this is not the company to work for. We tell people that all the time. If you're looking to get rich, this isn't it. But they do pay fairly. They do pay a fair wage, and they do offer a fair benefits. But they offer stability, and you know, and they promote loyalty. So, yep, not a single layoff. When what was that, 2008, when everything kind of crashed, they did a what they called a furlough program. So basically, everybody's hours were cut down to 32 hours, not because the company was in any situation where it needed it wasn't in a bad financial situation. They were just trying to open up some capital just to be on the safe side. Um, and so what they did was everybody went on a furlough. They went down to 32 hours. Everybody went down to 32 hours a week, but we were all still employed. We were all still getting our same wages. But we lost that 8 hours a day. And then at the end of that year, the company said, okay, we truly appreciate you guys, playing ball with us and sticking it out. Um, and then they gave us all that money back. They said, we held on to this capital in case we needed it. The good news is that we were able to make some smart financial decisions. We were able to, maintain things pretty well. And they said, because of the employees and stuff, here's your money back. Here's all the money back that, that you let us hang on to make sure that we could, keep the company stable for years to come. And then not only did they do that, but then the next year, um, the company actually was a record-setting sales year for the company, and so they increased because we get profit sharing every year. Um, they increased our profit sharing as another way of saying, you know, thank you for taking on the burden with us and being there for us. So it was really kind of nice. So that to me shows a good quality company and somebody that I like working for. So. Okay, so that thread is now done. I keep grabbing blues. I'm kind of hoping to grab something else besides blue. But, it kind of is what it is. So let's grab another color. Do we want to do really dark blue or do we want to do bright blue? Let's do the bright blue. Let's do the bright blue, shall we? So yeah, so I mean, it's companies like that. This company they make decisions based not only based on what's best for the business, but also what's best for their employees. And I think that that's important. Not only do we make decisions based on what's best for the company and our customers, but we're also making decisions based on what's best for our employees. Because without our customers and without our employees, we wouldn't have a business. And I think that some companies kind of forget to keep that in mind. That you know yes, the customer is not always right. That happens. But there are things that you can do to try and make sure that you're being respectful of the customer, and keeping earning their respect and keeping it. And then the same goes for your employees. You can have all the customers in the world, but if you don't have any employees to make your product or sell your products or get your product out to market, well, then having as many customers as you do really doesn't really matter. So you have to have a good balance. And I think that the company does a great job at that. The company I work for does a really great job at that, and I'm really proud to work for the company that I do. And that's why I've been there that long. But it's not for everybody. Some people are, they're chasing their careers, they're looking for a ladder to climb, they're looking for the fast-paced environment, and my company is not that. That is not where you're not gonna find that at my company. Yes, they did. They shared the wealth. We took a furlough, as did the CEO. The CEO of our company, the owner of our company, actually took um, a, a three times the amount, took a wage reduction by three times the amount of what everybody else in the company was doing. Um, and then when the year ended and they, reinstated everybody, they also said, here are the wages that you lost. So here it is back. We borrowed it basically, and here it is back. Of course, you still have to pay taxes on, it, but you were gonna have to pay taxes on it anyway. And that was the kind of one of the things that was kind of annoying to me is like all the people were like, oh, now we're gonna have to pay taxes on all this, and it's like you would have had to pay taxes on it anyway. If you had gotten paid as a wage, you would have had to pay taxes on it anyway. So, like I didn't understand that logic. All right, let's start. Well, everything else is being started up here. Let's start over here. Taxes and death. Two things you can't avoid. Teresa's drink. You know what? That's probably not a bad idea. I just have water. It's a good time to be hydrated. It's a good time to be hydrated. Come on. Judy says, I worked for AT&T for years. I would have stayed with them until I could retire, but was fortunate that I got caught in a downsize and they paid me to go back to school in another profession. Oh, well, at least they paid you to go back to school in another profession. So it still worked out. Um, the company I work for does offer an education grant, reimbursement. They will pay, they will reimburse you for schooling. Like if you go to school and you decide to get your master's or whatever, as long as it is in a business related field or a field that is related to the job, to a position within the company, and you maintain a C average, they will reimburse you for it. But the stipulation is that for every year, is it every year? Every I think it's every year. For every year that they pay for, you owe them 2 years of service. Otherwise, you have to pay it all back. And of course, there's a dollar limit up to, it's up to a certain dollar limit. I can't remember what the dollar limit is, but it does help. I did use it for when I was in college. It does help. They also pay for, they believe in continued education. So they like to send us to like seminars and they like to bring in guest speakers and things to teach us new things about, customer service and, legal things like how to read terms and conditions and things like that. They do a lot of that. Oh no, Fern, I'm so sorry to hear that. Vomiting blood and grass. That's not good at all. That's not good at all. Go take care of your puppy. Hopefully we'll see you on Sunday and hopefully everything will be okay. Yeah, that's not good at all. That is not good at all. Very giving with their pensions. His dad was high up and his mom did 25 years. Wow. That's that's great. There are some good companies out there to work for. There are a lot of not so good ones, but there are some good ones. There are some that still believe in taking care of their employees. What time is it? Looks like this will be our last thread for tonight. Yeah, I hope so too, Katie. I hope it's something easy too, and it's not something too serious. Terry says, "Is there a dog in the room way over there?" Yes, Ivy's in the bed. Ivy's in the dog bed, and then Addison. You can't see Addison, but she's behind the desk. Every once in a while, you can hear her snore. But yeah, Ivy's in the dog bed. Yeah. For some reason, the door is kind of open a little bit. I think somebody knocked it. Ah, Sandra Cedar, look at you. We've gotten all those symbols already. She needs a bath and a haircut, Terry. She's a cutie pie for sure, but she definitely needs a bath and a haircut. We're working on that. We're working on it. She goes to the vet this weekend to get all of her to get the shots that she needs and get her fecal test. So did it again. Sandra says I don't understand this, but it's fun. it's just it's just a random luck of the draw thing. There's really no skill level for it. It's just supposed to be something fun. But you're earning points and then or thimbles, and you can redeem them in for prizes when you get to so many of them. So I think their first prize is 10,000 or 20,000 thimbles. So Lucas broke it. He's not even here. I don't know why the heist isn't working. Must be something in Streamlabs. I'll see if I can find any notes on it. Sandra's taking the blame. Sandra will be at her second million soon. Well, I did buy new boxes for the million thimble redemptions. I did buy new boxes for them. And Raven's the one that gave me the idea. She said that she was hoping that her redemption came in a purple box. And so I found purple boxes. The only bad part is that if you choose to get your pressing bars like these, if this is your thimble, your redemption that you choose, they don't fit in the box. So you don't get a purple box. So sorry, Raven, you won't get a purple box. And I had already curated Carrie's box before I got the purple boxes, so she didn't get one either. So the next set of redemptions that goes out will have purple boxes. Maybe. We'll see. Carrie said you'd take your dog outside. No problem. I understand. Carrie says I like a green box. All I have are brown ones right now. Yeah, the million symbol redemptions are too. There's too much in them to put them in the purple packages. But I do have purple envelopes for when you guys redeem your notions and your fat quarters. Terry says I will take whatever. Caesar's like, I want a purple box. I haven't even opened, so you guys can see the cardboard box sitting right here. I don't know if you guys can see it, like on the camera. Ooh, right there. I can't point to it. It's like right there. That is the box with purple boxes. I haven't even opened it yet, so I don't even know what they look like. I think it would be a great idea, Terry. Yeah. If you get to a million thimbles, I'm sure Mr. Wizard could curate that for you. And he can help you find the kit too. He can help you find it. Raven, have a good evening. Thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight. I'm sorry that you're going through what you're going through. You and your sister both. Thoughts are with you. It's not easy. Katie trying to suck up to the bot to give her the symbols back. You see it on Amazon? Okay. I'm sure he could do that for you. We're just gonna finish up this thread here. Usually we end at 9:30, but I've got a little bit of thread left here, so we'll just finish up this thread. We'll hang out for a little bit longer to finish this up, and then we'll call it a night. I don't want to end it with a half a thread here, so we'll go through it real quick. Where does he get his Hobby Lobby Michaels? All of the above. Terry, all of the above. It didn't work, Katie. I'm sorry. All of the above, Terry. He gets them from a bunch of different places. Sometimes he buys them on eBay. Sometimes he buys. I don't think he's ever bought anything on Amazon. He sometimes it's Hobby Lobby. Sometimes it's Facebook Marketplace. Sometimes it's a swap meet. Sometimes he wins them through raffles. Sometimes he buys them from specific companies, like the manufacturing companies. He buys them from a lot of hobby shops too. It just depends on what he's looking for and the price point. You know, he's a bargain hunter. He's a pretty good bargain hunter. He likes to look for the bargains. Hobby Lobby usually has those 40% off coupons, so a lot of times he'll go get some stuff there. I don't know that he's ever found anything at Michael's. It's just fun to grumble. No, I get it. I understand you. I don't know that he's ever gotten anything at Michael's before. He's gotten quite a few kits at Hobby Lobby. We actually have a couple of hobby stores in our area that he's been going to lately. And he actually is, I've told you guys before, he's part of a club, a couple of model clubs. And one of his clubs that he's in, the president of the club actually just opened his own hobby shop. Not really close to us, it's actually kind of a bit of a drive, but Mr. Wizard goes to support him and because he has, you know, what he's looking for, so yeah. Some stuff is online too. He's got some online vendors he goes through. It just depends on what he's looking for. Like what he's looking for, what the price point is. So he's gotten a lot from Hobby Lobby. Streamlabs reminding everybody to make sure that you tickle that like button for me if you haven't already. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. We are here every Sunday morning, 10:30 a.m. Central Time. Except for the first Sunday of every month, where we go start half an hour later. And then we are here at least one night during the week, different night of the week. Um, so that hopefully everybody gets an opportunity to catch a live stream and hang out with us, earn some thimbles because they get to hear us talk about them all the time. Our next live stream will be this Sunday, 10:30 a.m. Central Time. No, will it be 10:30? No, it will not be. It will be at 11 this Sunday. We're going to be doing cross stitching again. Go figure. But we'll be back working on our Cinderella project. We'll be starting at 11 on Sunday, 11 a.m. Central, because we have virtual breakfast with our kids. In fact, I'm going to have most of our kids are going to be here for breakfast. They're going to be in town, so that'll be nice. And then Monday we will have our members only live stream as well. Sunday we will have our live stream at 11, and then in the evening, 5:30 p.m. Central Time, we will be doing our Peace of Mind Mending Pieces over on Katie's channel, Katie of the Renowned Quilter. Go over there with her. So yeah, we're kind of all over the place. Mama Joyce will be back with us Monday for our members only series, if that's something that you're interested in. And thank you, by the way, to our new members. I keep forgetting to thank them. Chloe and Rhonda are our new members this month. So thank you so much for being members of the channel. Can't wait to spend some more time with you. That will be on Monday. I have a little bit left. I've got a little bit left. If you have to take off, I completely understand. I'm just, like I said, I'm just finishing up this thread here. We've got a little bit left on it, so we're just going to finish it up. I don't like to leave a half a thread left. It's really annoying. And since I'm working remote, I get to sleep an extra hour. It's fine. So I have a little bit of extra time. My new office, I think I've told you guys this before, but my new office, because right now I'm working remote for the next 3 weeks while they relocate my office. My new office, so I don't work in the main building. The main building of my company is staying right where it's at. I work in a separate building, which was literally just down the block from the main building. But we are giving up our lease. We're moving into a different facility. And that facility is much closer to home. Much closer to home. I have been driving about 50 minutes every day, 50 to 60 minutes every day, 23 miles one way, and I will be driving 11 miles, or 22 minutes to be exact. So it's going to be really nice. I'm going to be really enjoying it. It's going to be a change for me, being home earlier and things like that. So, if I'm going to be home earlier, I might be able to, schedule my live streams a little bit earlier or things like that. I don't know yet. I'm not making any promises just yet. I'm still trying to figure it all out. We're going to give it a couple of weeks to kind of see where things are going and how they're working out and kind of go from there. be able to eat dinner a little bit earlier. So it'll be a nice change. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited about it. I know not a lot of people are excited about it, but I am excited about it. Not just because of the drive, but we're going to be working with another division. So I'm going to be working with a bunch of new people. We're going to be working on new products, helping them out. They're going to help us out. We're going to be one big happy family. Dysfunctional, I'm sure, but yes, the shorter commute. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. And the other thing that I was really excited about with the shorter commute is that that means I'm gonna be putting less miles on my car. So I'm gonna be able to keep it longer because I really like my car. So that's gonna be COVID is really what saved my car from where it is right now. It would have had a whole lot more miles on it if it hadn't been for COVID. So I'm able to keep it a lot longer than I would have normally been able to keep a car. And I'm grateful because I really like this one. And there isn't really anything else out there that I like. So I'm almost done here, guys. I promise. I'm almost done here. If you guys got to take off, I get it. I understand. I'm not upset about it at all. I am just about done here. Will I be able to continue working remotely after I move? I have always been able to work remotely for short periods of time, like, a day or two because of a doctor's appointment or, one of the dogs is sick or I'm not feeling great or whatever. I've always been allowed to do that. Um, and that won't change. Um, but I won't be given an opportunity to work like permanently remote. Um, if I have a lot of meetings and I'm going to be on the phone all day, it's just easier to take those meetings from home. 'Cause then that way, I'm not disrupting other people. Um, those days are okay. Like working one day remote or whatever, that's always been allowed. Um, but no, not more, not consecutively like this for 3 full weeks. Yeah. As it is, they're already having a hard time with some of us working remote. I already got a bunch of phone calls today. But I didn't really have a choice. Like, I don't actually have a desk right now. They're taking the furniture down in our old building and setting it up again in our new building. So we don't actually have anywhere to sit right now. They have, a limited number of spots in the break room and in the conference rooms, but otherwise there's really nowhere for anybody to sit. So the majority of the office, not just me, but the majority of the office, including my entire team, has all went remote to stay out of the way while they're doing construction because they're building a bunch of offices and putting in a bunch of electrical and all kinds of stuff. So, all right, so there we go. I got actually quite a bit done, a lot more than I expected to. Where's the button? Here's the button. Where's the button? Wow, so much tinier when you take it out of the. Wow, so much tinier. All right, friends. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I know it wasn't super exciting, but you know what? Sometimes you just need a good, relaxing evening. We had some really great conversations tonight, and I really am truly grateful for that. Thank you so much to our new subscribers, to our new members. Thank you so much for anyone that redeemed any symbols, which I don't think there were any symbol redemptions today, but that's okay. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with us again tonight. Of course, thank you from the puppies as well. I don't know where she went. Oh, she's laying in the bed. You can't really see her. She's literally just off the camera. We will be back here on Sunday at 11 a.m. Central Time because I do have virtual breakfast with our kids this Sunday. So we will start a half an hour later. We'll be working on our cross stitch again because it's the first Sunday of the month. The first Sunday of every month we do cross stitching. But we will be back with our Cinderella. I will actually have the camera set up so you guys can see what I'm doing, things like that. So we'll be working on that again. And then I promise we will get back to quilting soon. Peace of Mind Mending Pieces with Katie on Sunday evening. Members only on Monday. And then on Tuesday, the 9th, we will have our Spools of the Year project, which are for June, which I still have to cut up. So I will probably be doing that on Saturday. Who knows? We'll see. But anyway, thanks again, guys, for hanging out with us this evening. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you to all of our subscribers. Don't forget to tickle that like button on your way out if you haven't already. And if you have managed to watch this entire replay, thank you so much for watching the replay. And please consider subscribing. We are getting so close to our 1,000 subscriber goal. Last time I checked, we were at like 905. Let's see where we are at now. Oops. Where are we at now? We are at... Yep, 905. That's what I thought. So we're getting there. We're less than 100 to go. And then once we get to that 1,000 subscribers, we will have a big million thimble giveaway for one of you guys. Is my way of saying thank you. So anyway, I will see you guys again back here on Sunday. Bye for now.